Okay, so before we get into things, I like to play a game with my guests. Okay. So but this time, right? Okay, so I've never had someone like, 'cause I love like creativity across the board, and I usually have a lot of like musicians on here. Mm-hmm. But this is the first time I've had like an actual like content creator on my platform. So so instead of me doing music, I was going to be a this or that. Okay. But instead of me doing, because I asked you, like, are you into movies and stuff? Because are you really into movies? Like, do you really know? And so I'm going to do movies, and only because like you're into content. I love like aesthetics like you do. Yeah. And like, I don't know, I just feel like there's certain like movies, like coming of age movies or teen movies that just like unlock certain memories. Yes. Especially if you're like a girl and like you're into makeup and hair and things like that. Exactly. So we're gonna do that. So go ahead, J-Rod, let's pull it up.
I also grew up loving, like, I do love the beauty and all the things, but I also grew up loving like sports movies too. Oh. So like I love
we're gonna do
here we go.
We're gonna do I love all things too. I love sport, I love action movies, I love all that. And I wasn't sure, but I don't, the thing is, like, I'm not used to I can't usually do things like this with people, so I want to take advantage of that.
I'm here for it.
Okay, so we're doing this or that.
Okay.
Teen movie coming of age movies that unlock memories and stuff. Yeah. So first off, I have so we're doing 10 Things I Hate About You or She's All That.
So I would go with She's All That.
Really?
I grew up watching like I guess it's Freeform now, but it was ABC Family.
It was ABC Family.
It was ABC Family. I think that's what it was.
It was.
Yeah, okay, mm-hmm. Yeah. So I grew up watching that. And so it would always come on, and it would always be on. And 10 Things I Hate About You, like it was cool, but like I just feel like She's All That, like I resonated more with that, because I was like, you know, the girl that was like more like chill or whatever, and like needed a little sprucing up, you know, had to have a little butterfly moment.
Yeah, so they both have butterfly or like some sort of transition moment or whatever. Yeah, but Little Kim was in She's All That, and Gabrielle Union was in She's All That. It was more black people in She's All That.
Exactly. You know it was more of us. It was more of a vibe. So I think
Gabrielle Union.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? She was in both of these movies.
Gabrielle
Union was in both of these movies. She was, because she played the little sister's friend on 10 Things About You. Yeah, and this is when Gabrielle Union, she was in all the movies, and she was like older than everybody, but she still looked younger than them.
Exactly.
So she was in all the movies.
That's why she was getting cast for. Yeah, she was like in her 20s and getting cast for like the teenage. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. I have honestly, truthfully, only seen 10 Things I Hate About You maybe like twice, and I've seen She's All That a bunch of times.
Because you weren't that interested in it. So you picked. So that's your pick.
Exactly.
I agree with you. Okay.
Yes,
but I do appreciate that 10 Things, because I love Heath Ledger. I think he's a great actor.
Yes,
I love him so much.
God rest his soul.
Okay, so next on the list is Honey. It's Honey or Save the Last Dance.
Oh no, this one's a little hard. I'm gonna go with Honey just for the sake of the culture. Save the Last Dance is a classic, absolutely. But after seeing all of the things on socials about like, you know how they have those like they break down the dances of where it's like this is what they were really
garbage. It was trash. But like she couldn't dance, but then Honey she couldn't dance.
But like just watching all of the like little breakdowns of like how now and like them doing the dances, I'm like, dang, we thought they were really doing something. We did not know. No, but I think I'm gonna go with Honey just because she was like, she was helping kids, like she was trying to put, you know what I mean? There was drama. Missy Elliott was in it, and it gave all the things. Save the Last Dance is cool. It's definitely a classic, but I personally am gonna go with Honey.
Okay,
what would you choose? Save the Last Dance is a classic, but just for the culture and just for like the you know, for what it
Honey,
is.
I feel like they both kind of culturally appropriate.
A little bit. I mean, Jessica Alba, isn't she something?
She's not. She's just like a spicy situation.
Oh, she's spicy. I thought she was like Latina or.
It's not giving that. It's
no,
like you know with some whites that like they can give a little bit of spice, but they're still kind of white.
Oh, they're white. They're still white. Oh, I didn't know. Alba, you know, maybe the last name throws me off. It gives a little spicy.
I remember I saw she did like a DNA test ancestry thing, and she was kind of shocked. She was like, "Whoa," because it was like a bunch of white, and she was like, "What?" Like I thought she even thought that she was kind of
more spicy.
But it was like a bunch of like European stuff.
Oh wow. Well, I'm still gonna stand behind my answer just for the sake of like that last scene with the kids and like them doing all the things.
And Mekhi Phifer was in it with his fine ass.
Yes, exactly.
He was fine back in the day.
I mean, he's still doing his thing. You know, listen.
You know what's so funny? When I think of Say the Last Dance, I think of a couple things. I think of Bianca Lawson, because she was also somebody that looks good still to this day and was in all the stuff.
She is bomb.
And she was the one that was like, what she say? She did not like her at all.
She was like the antagonist of the movie, but she had some valid points.
She did because they brought him back. She definitely did have some valid points, because this is like, honestly, now today, if you really want to like write a paper on it or like really like dissect it educationally, you could say that this is problematic.
I mean, and that's why I was like, let me lean the other way. But I mean, again, it is a classic movie. If you just look at it for face value, it's like, okay, cool, but yeah. Slightly, I'm just like,
the next thing I think about though when I see this, remember on was it Scary Movie 2 when the Wayans brothers did it? And remember that scene where like his sister had like she was like a single mom and the father wasn't around, but in the movie they made fun of it, and they remember when Sean came in and was like, he came in and picked his son up. And then gave it back.
They did a parody.
And I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna pick him back up again tomorrow or something like that. I'm like, oh my god.
They did a parody of this. Yeah.
So Honey is the choice?
Honey is the choice. I agree with you. I'm gonna go with Honey.
I'm gonna do Honey too.
At least she was a little spicy.
Yeah. I'm gonna do Honey too. Okay, next. So this one is, so Miss Congeniality or Legally Blonde?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I love both of these movies. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Me too.
I do love both of these movies. Ooh. It's like 1A and 1B. You know what I mean? Like, it's like 1A and 1B, because I resonate with Miss Congeniality.
Why?
Like, just because, like, she's just not like a super girly, prissy girl. Like, she's more of like...
When she can give when she needs, when it's time to give.
When it's time to give, she can pull it together. But, like, underneath of all that, she's... Can we cuss?
Yes.
Oh, okay. She's a bad bitch. Like, she is a bad... Like, she can whoop somebody's ass. But, like, she can turn into... And that's me. Like... Okay, it can get serious. But yeah, but I love Legally Blonde. It's just, it's so classic. So I'm gonna go with Miss Congeniality for this one.
I picked these two because it's similar, because they're both about like overcoming like the odds. Like people don't expect you to do this thing.
Yeah.
They didn't think that she was like girly enough to like be a pageant.
Right.
They didn't think that she was smart enough to be a law student. Right. And be a lawyer.
Yeah.
So that's why I picked them. For me, I love both of them too.
Yeah.
I'm going Legally Blonde.
Yeah. I mean, listen, that is a solid, it's a very hard choice. I just resonate with like the being more of like a and then turning into a
because versus, you can do both.
Exactly. Versus being a more like, and then having to like prove yourself like intelligently, yeah. So, but both, it's literally like one. It's not even 1A and 1B. It's like 1A and then 1.1A, because they're so good. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're so good. Both such good movies, yes. Classics for sure.
This one is the devil. So the devil, the Devil Wears Prada or Princess Diaries. And the reason I picked this is because Anne Hathaway is one of my favorite actresses.
Our unproblematic white queen.
Yes.
We love
and then
her.
Also, these were both movies, of course, transformative movies.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
She transformed.
Yeah.
So before you start though, actually go ahead, pick one. I'm gonna tell you why they're both important to me.
Okay. So I personally have to go with The Devil Wears Prada, just because it was such a pivotal movie, and like I always knew I loved fashion. I always knew that I loved like the industry, and I really wanted to get into the industry. But like after seeing this movie, I was like, I'm gonna go to New York and be it. I'm about to be it. Like, if someone who is like not into fashion at all, and like even to this day, I'm not the type of person that like knows all the designers and like knows all the brand names and can tell you, oh, it's this designer and this person and this is last season. Like, I'm not that kind of person, but I can tell when something looks good, and I know how to do my job well. And like I just feel like Andy, she was like, listen, you give me a task and I'm gonna do it, and she did it. And then she also became a bad bitch in the process.
She kind of broke down though. She had a rough.
She did. She had a moment. But like that's life, right? And I feel like that's such a good like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it's such a good example, I guess you could say, of real life. Like, real life is not going to be like, okay, cool, you come in, you get this job, and you just excel. Like, you have to go through some shit, and like that's yeah.
I really love this movie because of what you just said, but then also I love fashion too, but I like the because I'm a graphic designer.
Okay.
So I love like that world of like art and things like that.
Of course.
And I just love being in the midst of it. It's a scene where like Andy, she was like, it's just a belt or just a shirt or whatever.
Yeah.
And
the turquoise.
And what's her face?
Meryl Streep.
What was her name?
She tore her. Miranda Priestley.
Yes.
She tore her to shreds.
So she explained to her like the importance of like, yeah, it's a sweater, but like this is why it's important.
Yeah.
And these are the steps of this is why fashion is important.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some people think that graphic design isn't a big deal or drawing or being able to be an artist isn't a big deal. It is. It's visual communication.
That scene is iconic. There was this guy on TikTok. He like recreated the scene.
Which one?
Where she's like literally like ripping her to shreds and is like, you know, from a pile of stuff, like that last line. But yeah, and it's just so iconic because it's like, dang, like, and that's I think an ode to people looking at creatives too, because people who look at creatives of all, like from any angle you look at it, like growing up, my mother and grandmother, oh, those rappers and they don't know what they're talking about, they don't know what they're doing, like they're just whatever. And like now people look at like content creators and they look at, you know, people who just do what they do creatively, like, and don't necessarily understand what's going on. They kind of just write it off. And it's like, no. Do you know the process?
Right.
Like, do you know the process between these two belts? Like, do you know the process of like doing this versus that? You know what I mean? So it's
and they don't know. See, they like to go to Macy's and JCPenney's, but they don't understand that Macy's and JCPenney's need people like Miranda Priestley.
Hello. We need people at the top.
It all gets funneled down to Macy's and JCPenney's.
Exactly.
And I love me some Macy's and JCPenney's.
Girl, me too.
I grew up on JCPenney's.
Hello.
Princess Diaries was just peak Disney. I just loved it. Like Mandy Moore was in it.
Yes.
That guy that played, what's his face? He played in Brink. What's his name? I don't know his name.
Yes.
The guy.
Yes, I see his face too. But yes, I know what you're talking about.
It was just yeah.
Just very peak Disney moment.
Yes.
And just like such a classic movie. Like honestly, Princess Diaries 2 will never do what Princess Diaries did, but I love that they had a second one. I love that we got to see the continuation.
Raven was in the second one.
Yes. I love that we got to see a continuation of that. Like, yeah. So
they were at Fashion Week actually. Her and Meryl Streep recently. You saw them. They still look good.
They look good. That's what happens when you're unproblematic and mind your business.
So the next one is the next one is A Walk to Remember or The Notebook.
I literally just watched A Walk to Remember like a month ago, and I love this movie, but I am gonna have to go with The Notebook because if you're a bird, I'm a bird. Like what? If you're a freaking bird, I'm a freaking bird. So we just both out here being fucking birds, and right, just being birds together, and like The Notebook is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful story. And although Walk to Remember is also very beautiful, I just think like the impact of like growing old with someone and like really living out your vows of like staying through thick and thin, being there through whatever, and having such like a creative and like
being
beautiful
meant to
story.
be.
Yeah, beautiful story. Like it wasn't just like, oh, we met and we had a moment and then like we got together and then there was the climax happened and then the whatever. It was like, no, this is like complicated and this is like, you know, just complex. She moved away. They were away for a period of time.
The parents didn't approve. He was the poor one. It was like a Romeo and Juliet. Every movie has like the Romeo and Juliet like formula to it.
Exactly. And then they grew old together, and he stuck by her side until they both just called it a day. And I think that's beautiful.
Did you ever want to have? Did you ever like imagine yourself like growing up? Did you ever like have like that person that you were like, I want to have like the Notebook type of romance?
I like a person.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
I always like obviously wanted a love like that, like a long-term love. But I don't know. Like I feel like I never had that moment. I never had that like, oh, I want to be with you forever and just like grow old together. Like, when we're teenagers and like, falling in love or whatever, it's like you're like, yes, I want to be with you forever. But like I wouldn't say I had like a love as strong as this until now. So mine came later in life. But yeah.
Listen, I'm still waiting for mine. You found yours.
Okay, and it's coming. Listen. What do you think?
I think that Shane West is just so fine.
I know.
And I love Mandy Moore's voice.
Me too.
I love how she pivoted into acting because,
Yeah, she was a singer.
Yeah, but like, I guess they came out all around the time Britney came out and, Britney's Britney.
Girl. I know. She's iconic, truly. Even though now I don't know what's going on. I I don't really know what's going on right now.
Like it wasn't but those were real knives. It's just, like those were real knives. Yeah, like those were real knives.
I mean, you know, we're just gonna let sis be what she needs to be right now. She's coming out of a conservatorship. So
she's trying to
What do you think though?
I think Ryan. First of all, Ryan Gosling. We don't understand how iconic he is because he came up with Britney and them and Justin and all of them.
And he's in a lot. He's like in the background of, or like you know, of a lot of low key movies that you're like, what? Ryan Gosling was in that?
And I love Rachel McAdams. You know what? I'll do Notebook as well because the Notebook crawled or walked or whatever so they could run. It's the same. It's by the same person.
Literally, but it's also like A Walk to Remember is people. I think also the Notebook is so iconic that people like don't. They're like A Walk to Remember. Like what is that? But like A Walk to Remember is such a good movie. And if you haven't seen it, if those of y'all who if you haven't seen it, you need to go watch it.
Yeah, it's out right now on all types of platforms. Yeah,
I think I just watched it on Hulu. Yeah, I think I just watched it on Hulu.
I'll do Notebook. I'll do Notebook. Yeah. And I actually saw the audition tape for Rachel too. She did a good job.
Yeah, she's a good actress too.
And they didn't like each other on set for a little bit, and then they ended up getting cool and they started dating or whatever.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So here's the next one.
Oh my gosh.
Clueless or Mean Girls?
It's so crazy because I feel like Clueless is literally the Mean Girls of the 90s.
Yeah.
Like it's literally the Mean Girls of the 90s.
Did I stomp you?
Ooh, I mean, I was already stumped back at Miss Congeniality and Legally Blonde. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's October 3rd. Like, I'm gonna have to go Mean Girls. I am. Now listen.
Rolling with the homies.
Okay, it's so classic, and I'm such a 90s girl, but like, Mean Girls is for, Clueless is like for,
what should say? I don't. You're not fat because she said. I don't hate you because you're fat. You're fat because I hate you.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm gonna have to go Mean Girls. I love it's another like 1A, 1B situation because like literally, Clueless is such a good movie, and like that whole her whole complex of the outfits.
Yeah,
the fashion.
Got the fashion.
Clueless, yeah, fashion wise, Clueless takes the cake. Okay, but also fashion of the 90s is iconic.
Yes.
Like the 2000s could never.
So that's your favorite decade of fashion? 90s,
probably
better than 80s and 70s to you?
I would say late 80s. 90s is like my vibe. Like
what was late 80s? They did like more like what, like bell bottoms? No, that was 70s.
No, that was 70s. I'm in a 70s kind of vibe today. But yeah, I would have to say like 80s was like, the sweatsuits and the big jewelry and the short haircuts and that like very TLC vibes. Love those. And then the 90s was I don't know. The 90s, I feel
baggy
the baggy, the very like classic kind of looks, like the small shirt and the like skirts, all the things. But yeah, I'm for movie wise. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Mean Girls. But in terms of overall,
you're a
like,
virgin
fashion,
who can't drive.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Mean Girls for this one because it's October 3rd. Yeah. And we're about to hit October. We're about to hit October. How can we not? Oh, what do you think? Do you think Clueless or Mean Girls?
Damn, I fucked myself up.
I know. It's like dang.
Mean Girls is iconic content wise because like comedians were part. Like Tina Fey is a brilliant.
Oh my gosh,
all the actors in there, the comedians in there. Rachel McAdams is in there too. She's my favorite. I love her. Amanda Seyfried. She's a good one too. This is peak Lindsay Lohan.
90% chance it's already
raining
or 60% chance.
Yeah, something like that. And then Gretchen Wiener. But this is peak Lindsay Lohan. Like, this is really her. This is going to go down. This is a part of her catalog. She's iconic for this movie alone.
Exactly. But I also love Lindsay Lohan's catalog. Like
Freaky Friday,
but also back to the Disney movie. What's it called?
Get a Clue.
Get a Clue. Exactly.
Oh, yes. Parent Trap.
Parent. Exactly. Like Lindsay Lohan had a moment, and then
they made a show out of Clueless though. She is literally the Polaroid of perfection.
I haven't seen the show. Is it good? I haven't seen the show. I know.
Look it up when we leave.
Okay, I will. Okay.
They made a TV show.
Okay,
but they didn't have her. They had everybody else in it,
but not her.
Except for Alicia, whatever. My bad, not Alicia. So I should say whatever. I like her too. She's iconic because she's going to be in this. Another movie of hers is going to be in this slide. By the way.
Okay.
I'll do Mean Girls. Ooh, wait.
I know, it's hard. I would go Clueless.
Clueless is nice to look at.
Yes, Clueless is nice to look at. But the plot of the movie, sometimes I'd be like, dang, okay, you lost me for a second there. Like, some of it loses me.
And then she got with her stepbrother, or I don't know who that means.
Yeah,
whatever.
the guy who, I don't know. It lost me for a second.
Mean Girls.
There.
Mean Girls.
Yeah.
I'm doing Mean Girls. Go ahead, J-Rob. Do the next one. Yeah. What you got? What you pick, J-Rob? I know you saw him.
Probably Mean Girls.
Okay.
Mean Girls is more like, I feel like for our, it like really vibes with our generation.
Mm-hmm. Here's the next one. Did you see these movies?
No.
Ooh, you didn't?
I have not seen either of these
Aaron,
movies.
oh my God.
I have not seen either of these
Aaron,
movies.
no.
Okay.
No.
Okay, well, give me a synopsis of both ones.
Okay. So Fear, right?
Uh-huh.
They're both 90s movies.
Okay.
So Fear stars Mark Wahlberg and Reese Witherspoon.
Okay.
And so basically he's like a psycho boyfriend, and then like you know how that goes, right? Psycho boyfriend, whatever, right? Cool. Yeah. And then with Crush, this is one of Alicia Silverstone's first like movies or whatever, starring roles. And so she had a crush on like her grown neighbor, or I think it was a man that like her parents hired to live in there to do whatever, I don't know. But she had a crush on him. He was grown and she was like 14, 15, 16, whatever. And so then she became like crazy and tried to kill people and stuff, whatever, because he got a new girlfriend and stuff like that. You know how that goes. So they're both like psycho, like girlfriend boyfriends, and they try to like kill people because of their whatever.
Okay.
You never saw Fear, at least?
No. Okay, so here's the thing. Whenever Fear would pop up, I think I wouldn't.
You remember the cover art?
Yeah, I know the cover art, but I have never watched it because I think psycho girlfriend boyfriend is a little bit.
It's not that, but it's 90s, and like I feel like you would appreciate it because it's 90s. Okay. And Alyssa Milano, she's in it.
Okay.
I think you should watch. It's not like it's like it's like a suspenseful thing. It's not like you're doing like scary movies.
I'm not a huge like jumpy scary movie kind of person. I do like suspense. Like I really. It's
more so suspense.
I really do like suspense, but
okay,
I'll watch it. I'll give it.
It's
I'll give it a try.
90s,
I feel
it's very vibey. It's very that.
I feel like I would go with, if I were just choosing off of the synopsis that you gave me, I would go with Fear because, I would be interested to see how Reese Witherspoon handles the psycho boyfriend and how she plays. And Mark
Wahlberg he's fine.
Yeah, he is. And I feel like he would play a good psycho boyfriend.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, please.
Yeah. Okay.
Watch both of them at some point.
I will.
Yeah.
I will. I'm gonna go home and watch Fear like today.
I pick Fear though.
Okay.
But The Crush, with Alicia in it, that's one of her first. I think you should watch it too.
Okay. I will. I love 90s movies, so I definitely will.
Wow. I thought you would know this one. It's all good. It's all
no,
good.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's fine.
Because I love recommendations too. So whenever I get an opportunity to have a recommendation, I live for it.
You can go to the next one, J-Rob. Okay, damn. So you don't like this one, do you? This is not your thing, huh? So Scream or I Know What You Did Last Summer?
I'm gonna go with I Know What You Did Last Summer, only because like the cast is so iconic. Okay, the Scream cast is iconic too. Okay, well, but I'm just not. No. I just feel like the Scream movies are not my vibe.
Okay.
They're not my vibe. I'm definitely more of like a. I don't know. I could never get into the Scream movies. Like, I like them, and I've watched up to Scream 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like one of those movies it's like one of those things that I'll put on in the background. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Or like if it's on, it's like, okay, cool. If there's nothing else on, but like I Know What You Did Last Summer, like that's like that. Like sometimes it had me on my edge of my seat a little bit. When I first watched it, I was like, okay, like. So yeah. What about you? You going with Scream?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
This is so much more. I feel like Scream as a I love both of them. They're both classics.
Yeah,
but I think Scream as a franchise, it like beats. Because they try to do like the sequels too, but their sequels just fell flat. It was it's just not. So Scream for me, but the cast that I know did last summer was definitely iconic. They had Brandy in the second one. I loved Buffy. Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah, love her.
Yeah, her and Freddie Prinze Jr. They were in Scooby Doo together, and I love that. And then Ryan, what's his face? He married Reese Witherspoon, but then he also was in Cruel Intentions.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was in Cruel Intentions. But yeah, okay. Scream is definitely a vibe. It's just not my vibe.
No. It's all you. Yeah.
But yeah, I Know What You Did Last Summer. That's what I'm gonna go with for this one.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it there.
Okay, cool. That's all good.
Okay, what's next?
That's it. That's it. Actually, no, I have one more in my head though.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
I'll put it on the screen when I edit it.
Okay.
Do you watch? Okay, so I'm wondering. Okay. So, Charmed or Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Charmed for me.
Really?
I'm a witch. I mean, I love vampires, but like I love when vampires are the protagonist, not the antagonist. So I don't want them to be slayed. I want them to be like Vampire Diaries is my shit. The original. Got into that. Oh my gosh, girl, you have. I was like, this is
it's too glamorous for me.
I feel you. But like, I love the Vampire Diaries. I regretfully am a Twilight fan. I will still watch Twilight to this day.
Yeah, I like Twilight.
Yeah. So I love when vampires are the protagonist.
They have some good vampires on that show, though.
Yeah, they do. And then, so yeah, I feel like Charmed because I love like the sisters, the witchiness. My mom was a huge Charmed fan, so we watched it.
My mom were too. Yeah, she
pretty often. But yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
Both. I can't
both.
pick.
Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah, I grew up on both of them because my mom got me into Scream. Like because I was born in 93. Okay. Scream came out in 96.
Okay.
I ain't had no business. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just like, but like I grew up on those things.
Right.
So, like,
watching it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Got you. Yeah. Oh my
god, this was fun. Do you like it?
This is fun.
Yeah,
this is
fun.
It?
You liked it? Okay.
I love a game to like be an icebreaker and like do the things. Okay.
And the cover art was really cute too. I love the Clueless cover art against the Mean Girls cover. I like the pinks and stuff.
Truly,
that was cute.
Miss Congeniality and Legally Blonde also did what needed to be done. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Anywho, okay. So let's get into some things real quick. So I want to know how did you get into content creating? Is that what you want to call it?
Yeah. Sure. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it. So